Okay, good afternoon to all of you. So, welcome to our topic, which is logo design basic. Okay. So, before we'll start with our lecture, um, with logo design. Okay. So, let's start now with logo design basics for ICT visual graphics design. So, a logo represents the identity of an organization, product, brand, or idea. Okay, usually a logo, it is your trademark. It is the business trademark. So it is very important for a company to have a logo which has or will leave an impact for the customers, for the people. Because once your logo is or your logo is great, meaning your company will be remembered that just by seeing your logo. Okay, so just like here, this one is a logo of, okay, if you know what type of logo this is a logo of PS, it's the PlayStation. This one is a logo of Kellogg's for morning cereals, right? For the White House, Washington, it is the logo, and NBC for a news channel. So there are golden rules of logo design. A logo should clearly represent an organization's identity. Golden rule number one, keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple, of course. Okay, so meaning if you want your logo to have, uh, or if you want your logo to be of text, at least emphasize the text only. But if you want your logo to be pure image, then it must be pure image. So this one jives with the statement, keep it simple. Logos should be effective at a large and small scale. There must be an impact for your logo. Logo should be effective in color and black and white. Okay, so proper proper selection of colors for your logo is very important as a visual graphics designer. The evolution of the Apple logo here, as you can see, when you say keep it simple, is one. So Apple computer, way back since it was started, then the second one for the rainbow, and then now it has an effect of 3D graphics. So good logos should be effective at a large and small scale. Which set of logos is the most effective at both scales? Okay, most effective at both skills. Yes, very good. The target. Why? It's because when you see Colorado Rockies here, like what I've said before, okay, when you say simple kasi, target is, okay, target, it represents an icon here. However, in Colorado Rockies, of course, there is a contrast between a mountain and a baseball bat. Okay, so when it has been decreased in size, okay, you cannot be able to immediately see the difference between the text and the image. Unlike here, wherein the color jives with the icon for the target, it's pure red. So it is also effective at a large and small scale. When a good logo can be effective in billboard and a business card here. So at a large scale, it should be, okay, it should represent your company at a large scale, and then it has also an impact in a smaller scale like business card. So a logo should be effective in color and black and white. Okay, like here, the NFL. It is amazing logo when it has color contrast in it. And it is also an effective logo when it is in a combination of black and white only. Okay, so it must be effective in both colors, color and black and white. So logos can be descriptive and symbolic. What do you think this organization specializes in? For example, you have a logo, this one, it's a key, of course. So when you have a logo of a key, it can represent so many meanings. Okay, so making a key, yes, of course. Okay, any other idea? Of course, pwede, no? House. Okay, security is also, because when you say key, it's security for that matter. It is not accessible, okay, freely, not accessible freely. So meaning it has security. Very good. So the Center for Architecture is an organization devoted to the public education and the research of architecture. The key is a symbol for access, and skyline represents the architecture here. So when you say architecture, it has a symbolic buildings, houses for that matter. Okay, so it is descriptive, meaning a key has so many interpretations, but it can also interpret what kind of field it represents with. So this one is also, these are also logo, descriptive logos. Okay. Betty Crocker is a brand for, do you know what brand is Betty Crocker? Based from just seeing the logo of Betty Crocker. No one? Is this some kind of an ingredient? Or is this some kind of a baking material or baking ingredient? Okay, someone says a it is the logo of some kind of a flower brand. Is this one correct? Okay, yes, it is a kind of, the brand Betty Crocker is related with flour, more on baking. Okay, so it is in line with baking. So absolutely the logo emphasizes that it is in line of food, okay, because of the spoon. NASA has a logo which is very very, what you call this one, idealistic, because it has a solar space in it. Cotton, when you say cotton, it also represents some kind of fabric because the brand is cotton. Blockbuster here can represent either a cinema or a movie. Okay, so these are the different logo, descriptive logos. Symbolic is, why do you think Apple choose this logo? Pala, do you have any idea why the Apple logo looks like a beaten, okay, a beaten apple for that matter? Why it has a bite in it? Okay, yes, it's Apple, of course, but why did the Apple company chooses an apple that has a bite in it? Anyone? course, when you say it has a bite, you are familiar with a symbolic biblical character like Adam and Eve where they bite the first apple, okay? So is this one related to the Apple logo? You can comment in the chat box if you want. Yes, so apple symbolize the apple from the Garden of Evil. Owner ng isang for me. This is one. So are there any real stories behind the Apple logo? Urban legend, yes. Okay, so does anyone, madam, nagkamali ng pindot chat, dapat pipindutin ko, okay? Don't just make it cute from, okay. So, okay, a lot of meaning and articles about the Apple logo were available over the internet. Some says for the CNN and other legit source, okay? So you have the internet to do your further research. So I'm not going to say what is the right answer for the Apple logo because as you can see, there are so many references. Some are myths, some are legit. So you cannot tell which is the difference. So hayaan ko na lang kayong i-research yung meaning ng Apple logo. Okay? So let's go on. Kasi meron dito, although this logo does not literally, yun nga, represent computers or technology, the apple is a symbol of knowledge, of course. The bite, yan, the bite taking out of the apple could symbolize you taking a bite of knowledge. So, ito yung interpretation. Okay? Some has a different interpretation as well, but sabi ko nga, you can do your research there. Okay? So President Obama's campaign logo symbolized hope for most Americans. The sun rising over the horizon evoked a new sense of optimism in the country's future. So this is Obama's campaign logo, which is also symbolic, okay? Now let's go to fonts and colors. Very important for you to choose a fonts and colors because this can make or break your logo. Choosing the right color for your logo can make your logo successful. However, choosing an inappropriate color for your logo also cannot make this successful. So fonts and color can represent or describe any idea. Like this one, the bold and capitalized text in these logos conspire confidence in their brands. Like for example, American Express for the bank and CNN for a television news company. Okay, as you can see, can you imagine CNN as blue color? Okay, so meaning red emphasizes power. Okay, like this one, American Express, of course, it jives with a symbolic peace of mind of banking. So fonts can be descriptive, colors emphasizes great things. So what do these fonts say about these brands? For example, History Channel, okay, for the History Channel, this one's Lord Taylor, Toys R Us, okay? So when, as you can see here, the logo of Toys R Us, this is a brand for toys. So it is somewhat related for the kids. As you all know, kids love colors, a variety of colors. So you must choose. Choosing the right color for your logo is very important. Color can also be descriptive. Red and yellow produce the most stimulating color combination, okay, creating a sense of urgency and hunger. Brown literally represents the historic color of packing paper as well as the sense of being solid and reliable. For the McDonald's, can you imagine? Kasi this one is the logo of McDonald's, okay? So it represents food. Therefore, what is the color that can stimulate hunger? Okay, of course, it's red. So logo design process, the logo can be divided into a few simple steps. One is research and brainstorm. Okay, so if you're designing logo, of course, it's not only you that can have a say in the process of designing. Of course, you need a team for the brainstorm. Think about fonts. Yes. So if, for example, you have a font that is bold, okay, so meaning that the color for that font which is bold will be emphasized. Turn your ideas into forms and identify colors. So it is a matter of not just putting letters, putting an icon, a ball, or anything. You have to turn your idea into a form that represents the brand and then finalize the design. So when you say research and brainstorm, of course, you must analyze and define what you're trying to represent. Think, write, and of course, sketch. Develop a list of attributes and characteristics that best represents your goal, okay, for the company. Every thought and idea is relevant in this stage. So there's no, for example, I will reject this idea, or this, I think your idea is bland. So all ideas matters in research and brainstorm. For the font, okay. The type of the name or the type name of your company, product, or organization in different fonts, the personality and attitude can change with each font. So experiment with serif, sans serif, novelty typefaces. Think of the type as an image. So choose a few directions that seem appropriate and start combining type of with icons or symbol. Okay, so try typing in uppercase or lowercase, and capital letters can make a mark look more serious or formal, while lowercase often feels more casual and relaxed. So for the forms and color, try starting with icons and symbols that are recognizable first, but add a simple twist for your company logo or group, and then combine letter forms with graphic and color elements to create a unique logo type. There are many viable solutions when designing a logo. Okay, so don't be afraid to try several different directions. Think about how your logo will be used and create a simple logo to avoid potential problems as your logo goes public. So for the primary logo here, okay, as you can see here, it will now be a combination of black and yellow. Is the logo legible at small sizes? Of course, it must be. Okay, here. So this is your primary logo. Does the logo works well with different colors? Okay, you have to try that. And then, what if the logo, okay, the resolution of the logo, the icons can be twisted when it reduces in size, or it can be distorted when it is maximized in size. So from t-shirts and websites to buildings, bands, logos, applications are endless. So you must compromise your logo in every aspect of sizes. So for logo redesign, logos are meant to be timeless. But when a company wants to represent change, for example, highlight services or apply a fun theme, how do you keep their graphic identity? So for example, I want a logo that, okay, I want to change or upgrade our logo because we are celebrating 10th year anniversary. So in that 10th year, what are the company's experiences? So you can apply your milestones, the company milestones in the logo. So it can be in reshaping an identity, distinguishing services, or applying a theme. Here, for example, here is the previous logo of Walmart. So Walmart unveiled a new logo in 2008. The star between Wall and Mart was removed to make the name more approachable. The star bust, which resembles the sun or the flower, was added to reinforce the company's new environmental focus. So from here, okay, Walmart. Okay, now in the new logo, Walmart has been combined and the star has been changed to the rays of the sun. Another one is FedEx. FedEx provides various services. These services have been distinguished by changing the color of the X while keeping loyal to the original logo and retaining the basic structure. Note the arrow in the negative space between the E and X in the FedEx logo. Spaced, okay, here. Kasi when you say it emphasizes something, FedEx Ground, FedEx Custom Critical, FedEx Trade Networks. So each represents a color for every brand, sub-brand, subcategory brand. Now, applying a theme, designers have adopted the iconic Olympic ring to reflect the location and theme of each host city. For example, here in Atlanta, you can still see the Olympic logo. However, it has been incorporated with the city, okay, location where the event takes place, okay? For example, here, the logo of the Olympic is in Beijing. Of course, it's in China. Therefore, it represents somewhat Chinese fonts, and then a karate, which represents the some popular sport in China. Another one is applying a theme. So designers have adapted the Google logo to represent unique themes. The brand is still recognizable because the designers incorporated the original fonts, colors, or format on the Google logo. So if you notice, when the Google is celebrating something, okay, it changes its logo depends upon the celebration on that month or the celebration on that week. However, it has still its font color and format. It didn't change. Still, it's Google. Okay. So it is important for applying a theme where designers and artists have taken the classic. For example, you have taken the classic MTV logo here. Okay. And creating a playful designs to reflect the youthful audience as it wants to attract. Here. Still, makikita mo doon ang MTV. But because you're attracting the youth, it must be that kind of fun, creative, and the colors must chime in. So again, we are all designers every day. Depends upon you how you manipulate colors, fonts. So this one is a very fun, okay, very fun task to do, designing a logo, because as you can see, your creativity you will bring out your creativity, your ideas for that matter will be emphasized. So it's very important when you are designing a logo that you must, okay, you must be true to yourself, not just to please the customer or the company, okay? And it's very important that you must know the background of the company, or you must at least know the vision of the company. Okay, so that ends our lecture.